News begins with breaking news.
And we want to get right to that breaking news. The city of New Britain has released another report looking into the use of city funds by former Mayor Erin Stewart.
The new independent report prepared by the Crombie law firm accuses Stewart of misusing taxpayer money through improper tuition reimbursements, separation payouts, and pension claims.
The report also recommends the matter be referred to state and federal law enforcement. It is 91 pages long, about 14 pages detailing the allegations, and more than 70 pages of receipts, emails, and other exhibits the firm says supports those claims. And here's what we're learning.
Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, has been covering this story since it broke this morning. She is live at New Britain City Hall tonight with the latest. Susan.
Former Mayor Erin Stewart is at the center of all of these investigations, and the latest report that came out today shows a pattern of behavior. It shows that Erin Stewart wanted certain benefits that she was just not entitled to. And it also shows that she pressured city employees to get those benefits because she felt she deserved them. Erin Stewart is on the hot seat again, this time for having taxpayers pay for her college tuition. She's already being investigated for racking up $200,000 on her city credit card. Investigators found a majority of the money was for personal expenses for herself and her family. In this latest report, it shows Stewart signed this agreement to reimburse herself $32,000 for a master's degree from the University of New Haven. Council President Christian Rosado signed it, but didn't share any of this with the Common Council and told investigators he didn't remember signing the agreement. Then there are the payouts. Stewart wanted $204,000 in what she claimed were unused vacation days and holidays. She also got payouts for her staff, $35,000 for her chief of staff, $10,000 for her deputy chief of staff, and $10,000 for her communications director. The report says the payments violated city policy and practice. And when questioned about her payout, Stewart said, "Don't you think I am due this?"
We've taken safeguards, of course. We have sent out emails. We have talked to department heads. We talked to people in our finance department and our tax department. You know, there's certain processes they need to follow. And if they break any of those rules, they'll be held accountable.
Now, the current mayor, Bobby Sanchez, says altogether Erin Stewart got more than $120,000, and he feels that she should pay some of that money back. And coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, we'll take a closer look at the report and what other elected leaders are now saying. But for now, we go to our chief investigative reporter, Sam Smink, who's been digging into this report all day. Sam, what have you learned?
Thanks, Susan. Well, we've learned a lot. Investigators at the Crombie law firm say they believe Stewart had a, quote, disregard for taxpayer money. Records show the city got creative, using different funds to pay her out. Investigators say Stewart created an agreement that would pay her more than $30,000 in tuition reimbursement. That money came from a fund that was used to pay medical benefits to employees that opt out of city medical coverage. They say after she received her money, the city changed the name of the fund to include the words educational reimbursements. This was in 2022. They say no one else has since received reimbursement. Investigators say Stewart also created an agreement to receive a lifetime pension, something she was explicitly told she couldn't have. Stewart emailed the city's lawyers in 2020 asking about a pension. They told her she would need 20 years of service under city rules. She didn't. The report says approximately 30 minutes later, Ms. Stewart replied, "Ugh, thanks, LOL." Investigators say she also signed an agreement to receive $150,000 in payouts for unused vacation, personal, and sick time, despite this being against city law. They say both the $150,000 payout and the pension money was coming out of the city's economic development department. Themis Claridis is a former state lawmaker and attorney. We asked her in her experience, what is a lawmaker's duty to make sure taxpayer money is spent properly?
Well, that's actually your only duty. That's your main duty. I mean, you can disagree with every single policy that I as an elected official believe in, but you must believe that I'm being honest about it. You must believe that I think it's best for the state or the town or the city. You must believe that I'm being honest with you, that I'm being transparent with you.
So far, Stewart had received about $122,000 in separation payouts before the current mayor stopped them while the investigation is ongoing. We know state police are investigating this report, as well as reports that Stewart misused her city credit card and directed the revenue collector's office to give breaks to people when it came to paying taxes. That revenue collector is also in the hot seat in this report because investigators say Stewart gave her a lifetime pension as well, despite the collector only having 16 years experience. Who else is coming under fire for helping Stewart? That's at 6. Your chief investigative reporter, Sam Smink, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Sam, thank you. Today's bombshell is the latest in a series of big news drops this year. Here's Erin to walk us through a timeline of key dates.
This starts more than a decade ago, back on November 5th, 2013, when Erin Stewart was elected the mayor of New Britain. Now, on November 20th of 2025, Stewart announced her run for governor. Then April 25th of this year, the first bombshell when we learned Connecticut State Police were investigating tax irregularities during Stewart's time as mayor. Last month, on May 14th, the P card investigation dropped, detailing how Stewart used city money for personal expenses. And that exact same day, Stewart withdrew from the governor's race. On June 3rd, we found out the state attorney general is investigating how Stewart handled charitable assets. And that brings us to today, when this investigation into tuition and separation agreements dropped. And you can read the entire report for yourself if you have the WFSB News app. We are sending it to your phone right now. If you don't, just scan this QR code and it will take you to the report on our website. And our team will be on top of this developing story all night long. Stay with us for analysis from our political insiders and live team coverage here on Channel 3 and The Wax. We are always streaming for free on WFSB.